Hello, moneymakers. I see countless videos every day complaining YouTube has become difficult. Don't be a YouTuber, or algorithm doesn't push new channels. And here, this channel is silently proving all of them wrong with unbelievable results. Started just 2 months ago, this channel posted its first video on November 1st, and since then, it has generated more than 14 million views, gaining over 48,000 subscribers. Most importantly, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw their most popular video. It got 6.2 million views in just 1 month. Is this real? That was my first reaction. It has no flashy scenes, no voiceover, no highly researched knowledge, but still, this much success, only creating AI-generated content. Because we all know what this means. If you choose the right niche or a trending niche, your videos just cannot help but go back-to-back viral, even if your channel is brand new. I think now you get my point. Why I laugh when I hear people complaining that YouTube is difficult now, or when I see new creators going crazy over researching facts, writing the best script in the world, or doing the Oscar-winning edits for months, only to get 50,000 or 100,000 views. And I am making this video because I don't want you to walk that way, while you still have the chance to follow the exact path this channel took. Because YouTubing is what I do all day, and that's how I know that this trend is still there. It will continue for the upcoming several months, and this is your chance to be a part of this wave, create viral content, and earn a fortune. But how do you create these videos? Don't worry, I'm gonna show you everything in this video, right from the ideation to visual generation to edit and thumbnail. I mean, literally everything. But there are still 2 more major things left. AI tools and prompts you will need to use. To get them, you need to check the link in the description below, and if you want to do something for me in return, just subscribe to this channel and share this to give me motivation to keep up all the good work. Now, if you are ready, grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. You can copy their success only if you understand how they achieve that success. Most people starting YouTube today are basically stepping into a war zone. Every niche you can think of is already packed with creators who've been doing it for years. You're trying to compete with established channels that have massive audiences and unlimited resources. And honestly, you're probably going to lose that fight before you even get started. But this creator looked at something completely different. They asked themselves what people are naturally curious about, not what's trending this week or what algorithm hack is popular right now. And they realized something fascinating. When you watch any movie or show about ancient times, you don't just watch it for entertainment. You watch it because deep down you're wondering how those people survived. How did they make fire without matches? How did they protect their kids from massive predators? How did they even make it through winter without warm clothes or heaters? We're basically hardwired to care about this stuff because understanding our ancestors helps us understand ourselves. So this creator took that curiosity and turned it into content that feels like watching a fantasy adventure film, only using AI to create visuals of prehistoric humans fighting for survival. And they did it without ever showing their face or recording their voice. Just pure visual storytelling with sound effects and AI-generated footage. The result looked more like Hollywood than YouTube, and viewers absolutely loved it. That's 6.2 million views in just 1 month, you see? That's the sign of love. And if you look at the topic of that particular video, it's also extremely interesting, because the topic of death triggers people. But that doesn't mean you should choose all the topics around death, because too much of doubling down never works. Instead, what you need is to find out what other things can actually trigger people. But how? You need a system for finding topics that are basically guaranteed to perform well. And that system starts with understanding human psychology. It's not enough to just make a video about early humans. You need specific angles that tap into what people are already curious about. For example, did aliens appear in prehistoric times? How giant were prehistoric animals? Who taught prehistoric people cremation? See, again, death. Told you. Why aliens visited ancient Earth? Why humans evolved faster? Did you notice the pattern there? Each one promises to reveal something we've always wondered about but never fully understood. Now you could spend weeks researching and trying to figure out which topics will work, or you could use a simple prompt that analyzes what's already successful and generates 20 high-performing ideas in about 30 seconds. You can easily get those prompts from my prompt doc. Just copy them and paste them into ChatGPT, and it hands you a list of topics that are practically guaranteed to get views because they're based on successful videos that came before. But your video can still fail if you arrange the script in a boring way. Remember, videos in this niche have no narration. You cannot narrate them an engaging story. All you have is visuals to pique their interest. So your script has to be killer. But what makes a script a killer one? Storytelling. We don't just want facts, we want stories. We need setup, conflict, and resolution. We need to care about the characters involved. We need to feel tension building until we can't look away. You need to make the viewers feel like they're standing right there with them. You have to make them worry about whether the tribe will find food before winter kills them, or if the prehistoric hunters could really fight a mammoth, or would the mammoth crush them in seconds. It's turning history into drama, and drama into views. The secret is understanding that every good story follows a specific structure. You start with a character we can actually relate to. Then you put them in a dangerous or challenging situation. You build the tension until it's almost unbearable to watch. Then you deliver a resolution that teaches us something important about survival or humanity. This framework is called the hero's journey. Let me explain it with an example. Instead of making a boring video about how early humans discovered fire, tell the story of a family caught in a brutal winter storm with their fire dying out, children shivering and getting dangerously cold, and the desperate race against time to restart that flame before it's too late. Same information, completely different emotional impact. Now, if you are a quick learner or already have an idea of what I actually mean, you will grasp it easily. Otherwise, you might need something in-depth for a better understanding. But before we dive in, I want to quickly tell you about my exclusive school community. Inside, I share premium resources, proven prompts, step-by-step systems, and insider strategies that I don't share anywhere else. You'll also get direct access to me, weekly live calls, and a network of creators who are building channels just like you. If you're serious about growing faster and don't want to waste months figuring everything out alone, this community is the shortcut. You can find the link in the description and join today for $199 only. Now, I've developed a story generation prompt that takes any topic and automatically structures it like a Hollywood screenplay. You can get it in my prompt doc. Simply paste them into ChatGPT, tell it the idea you selected, and you will get a ready-made script in seconds. But the best creators don't just copy what the AI spits out. They add their own creative touches to make it feel unique and authentic. Because that would reflect on your visuals too, which we will create now. We have to create visuals so compelling they don't need words to explain what's happening. It's called the show but don't tell technique. But creating these visuals is not easy. So, this is where AI becomes your best tool, but only if you know how to use it properly. There are two ways to create these videos. You can generate still images first and then convert them to video, or you can generate videos directly from text descriptions. The direct approach is much faster and way easier, but it requires the right prompts. Most people use terrible prompts and get terrible results. Then they blame the AI and give up. They'll type something like caveman hunting and wonder why it looks generic and boring. To avoid that problem, you need to ask ChatGPT to give you some perfect video prompts that are entirely based on your scenes. For this again, copy the visual generation prompt from my prompt doc and paste it into ChatGPT. And don't forget to give it your topic and script with it, because it will generate video generation prompts based on that script only. Once you hit enter, ChatGPT will keep providing you with unique and perfectly fine-tuned prompts to generate the exact visuals you imagined. Plus, it will have one crucial part that most people miss completely. The AI needs detailed instructions about camera angles, character appearance, lighting conditions, and scene composition. And it's not humanly possible to write so many perfect prompts for so many scenes, keeping all these in mind. So AI also saves you on that part. Now, since we have our visual prompts, let's talk about what the best video generation model will be for this niche. I recommend Google's VEO 3.1, and there's a very specific reason why. While other AI video generators can create decent visuals, VEO 3.1 does something that literally saves you hours of editing time every single video. It not only gives you immersive high-definition videos, but also adds perfect sound effects and sometimes even character speech to your videos, which means you're not spending your entire week hunting for audio files and trying to sync them perfectly with every scene. For this, all you need to do is sign up for Google Labs Flow and then click on New Project. Here, the workspace will, by default, open the video generation mode. In the prompt panel, you can see all the customizable settings, like how we want to generate the videos. Since the text-to-video model is much faster, and I have already made refined prompts for you in the prompt doc, we will be using text-to-video now. Then come to the video generation model. We will select VEO 3.1. Next, we will keep the resolution as 16:9, landscape mode. And you can generate as many results as you want. That's it. Now look at the outcome. The AI gave it every single detail to make it a cinematic moment instead of just a boring scene, and that level of detail is what separates professional content from amateur garbage that gets ignored. And you guessed right? The finer your prompts are, the more immersive and alive your videos will look. The only drawback is that you will get 720p visuals by default. If you want 1080p visuals, you need to upscale it. Once it's done, you can download the visual. But even with perfect prompts, you'll still need to review and adjust your clips before you actually use them in your final video. Because sometimes it may not give you exactly what you were expecting. In that case, edit the prompt a little bit and regenerate visuals with it again. Remember, the successful creators understand that AI is a tool that expands their creativity, not a magic button that does everything for them automatically. You're still the director, and you're still making creative decisions. The AI just makes those decisions possible without needing a massive production team. That's it. But if you are not that familiar with all the AI tools like me, you might feel a bit overwhelmed by everything. Before we move ahead, let me be very clear about one thing. Everything you are seeing in this video, you can do it yourself. That is why I'm explaining the full process openly. But I also know the reality. Not everyone has the time. Not everyone wants to deal with tools, prompts, testing, and mistakes. And not everyone wants to wait months just to understand what actually works. When I started, I thought doing everything alone was the only option. I watched tutorials. I tested ideas. I failed more times than I can count. What slowed me down was not knowledge. It was execution. That is why I created my Done For You program. If you want, you can hire me and my team to create videos for you. We are already running 10 to 20 YouTube channels, and AI Maskman is one of them. These are real channels, real uploads, real results. Instead of you figuring everything out, we handle the work for you. We help you choose the right niche, set up your channel properly, create videos in formats that are already proven, and build a system that can scale over time. I have added a link below where you can book a free call with me. We will talk, understand your goal, and see if this makes sense for you. No pressure, no fake promises. Now let's continue with the video. Once you've generated all your clips and made your adjustments, it's time for the final step that brings everything together into a final video. This is the editing phase, and here's where a lot of creators completely overthink things. But this style of content is actually one of the easiest to edit because the AI has already done most of the heavy lifting for you. So, now you are left with only a little to no editing. You can use any editing software you're comfortable with. Canva works fine for basic editing. CapCut gives you more control if you want it. The important thing isn't which specific tool you choose. For example, I will use CapCut. So, open CapCut and arrange all the AI-generated clips to tell the story chronologically from start to finish. Since your clips were generated with VEO 3.1, they already include sound effects automatically, so you don't need to worry about audio syncing or finding music. The main editing tasks are pretty straightforward. Removing watermarks from downloaded clips, adjusting clip positioning so everything frames nicely, and lastly, it's not recommended for this niche, but still, if you really want, you can add smooth transitions between scenes, so the story flows naturally. First things first, most downloaded clips will have watermarks in the bottom right corner, but these are super easy to crop out by scaling and repositioning your footage slightly. Just click on the crop icon on top of the timeline. Let the crop setting stay at free. That way you can freely crop out the watermark part below. These small adjustments make a huge difference in how professional your final video looks. If you add transitions, keep things very simple and clean. If you ask me, only a basic fade transition works perfectly for this type of content. Use nothing flashy or distracting. You might add a black fade after your opening hook before the main story begins, but don't overdo it with fancy effects that pull attention away from the actual storytelling. And literally, this is it. Since there's no narration, you don't need to worry about captions either. So, now, give the entire video one final look and then export the video in the highest possible format for maximum quality. But before you upload anything, there's one more crucial element that could determine whether your video gets 100 views or 100,000 views. And if you take that last part lightly, you will make a really solid video, and it will still be overlooked. But before that, let's check out the video. Well, the video looks cool, but only a good thumbnail can save you from getting it overlooked. In my opinion, it's often more important than the actual video itself. But don't just go and create a so-called beautiful thumbnail like that. Successful prehistoric content thumbnails follow a very specific pattern that works. They show dramatic moments with clear emotional stakes that make you curious. If you check out the videos of our reference channel, you will notice that the thumbnail visually shows what the title says. Thumbnails are pretty simple, and they have no text on them. So, we will just steal this pattern. For this now, we need to go to Google Labs Flow again to generate an image, but now we need to switch the workspace mode from video generation to image generation first. See, automatically, the image generation model became the Nano Banana Pro, the best in the market. Now you simply take the thumbnail prompt from my doc, paste it into ChatGPT with your topic and script, and it will give you a perfect image generation prompt. Feed it into Google Labs Flow, set your aspect ratio to 16:9, and within seconds, you have a professional thumbnail that doesn't require additional editing or graphic design skills. So, now, your thumbnail is also ready. The beauty of this entire system is that once you understand it deeply, you can create unlimited content following this blueprint. Because human curiosity about our ancestors is genuinely timeless. And there will always be stories to tell about how we survived impossible odds, evolved as a species, and became the humans we are today. That curiosity isn't going anywhere. But to actually become successful with this, you need two things that sound simple but most people never commit to, and without both of these, you'll create maybe 1 or 2 videos, then quit like everyone else. And remember, consistency and improvement are everything. Your first video is very likely to be average, and that's normal. But each upload makes you better. Growth comes from doing, not planning. So, grab this opportunity now, because this opportunity will also not last forever. And early creators always gain audience, data, and algorithm trust. So what is stopping you? Fear, perfectionism, or overthinking? Let me know whatever it is in the comments or just DM me, and I will clear up everything for you. And if you think this niche is not for you, pick another underserved one and tell me in the comments if you want a step-by-step detailed breakdown on that. I will make one. And if you want any in-depth knowledge, just join my course and the coaching session that was mentioned earlier. Link is in the description. I'll see you in the next video with another opportunity you won't want to miss, but only if you actually subscribe and show up. Let's build something together.